congratulations on Rebel Moon. I thought it was just such a great introduction to the world as well. And something that really stood out to me was your fight choreography for your little battle towards the last act. How difficult was that? Because it is so intricate. And like, did anybody get an elbow to the face when they weren't supposed to? The laughter gives me an inkling to yes.
Listen, we spend months trying to, working on the choreography. You plan it, it really is a dance to begin with. And, you start just by walking it through and you ramp things up. And then, by nature, on the day you're adding so much emotion to it that you get little knocks and bumps, and pretty much most stunt scenes you get a tiny little knock or a bump or whatever. But I just think what's really interesting about it, like looking back with hindsight and thinking with hindsight, is like what you share by doing those scenes together. It's such an intimate kind of dance, and intimate it may not feel intimate when we're swinging staffs and weapons and and all of this stuff, but yes, it's an incredible human exchange of energy, and so it's quite amazing to kind of share that experience on set. And then what's amazing is by the end of it, it gets edited into this badass scene, which makes us look much cooler than we are in real life.
Absolutely. Even if we were dancing, mishap happened. You walk in the street and then mishap happens. It's just the nature of what we're executing by nature. But we're both of us were very lucky to have stunt doubles that were very careful with us, meticulous and attentive to our needs and to what was needed for the scene, and to make sure we're safe. We were really well rounded, like for all that. So that makes it like a safe and enjoyable environment for us to do that.
But really, you feel so alive when you're shooting these scenes. I remember like moments we'd be like, I can't say it, but in the yeah, we've got some crazy stuff coming up that you haven't seen yet, where like we'd be getting ready, kind of hanging on for dear life, and then it would be like, all right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we just nod, and then it'd be like craziness for like just 7 seconds, and then they go, we'd crumple into a ball at the bottom of a slope or whatever, and be like, whoa, it was so intense. But I think both of us are such we have such a physical history. We really enjoy this. We speak different physical languages, but like we both, that's kind of our history. So it was good. I think
we
were
both
well
have
placed.
such a good attention to details, which gives you a good attention to safety and to care for one another, and to what works for camera, and to also save our bodies and save each other, because you have to look after each other when you're on a set like that to achieve something as portrayed so violent, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah, definitely. And I think both of you are actually quite well known for playing some iconic villains over the years. And I always remember hearing, I think it was Jason Isaac saying, he didn't mind being typecast as a villain, because as long as there was justification for their actions, he was happy to play as many of them as possible. So would you two agree with that statement?
I mean, there is no justifications to Noble's actions whatsoever.
I think there is. Me as when I was playing Cora, I actually, me, Sofia, not the character, but I saw it. Maybe I think I understand why you wouldn't want to see it, but I saw it.
No, I mean, I'm saying
not to justify him, because
he's a spoiled brat who's trying to impress his father, ultimately. So there's a justification that I can see the pathway, but I get what he means by that. I mean, antagonist, protagonist, everything in the middle. I don't know. Usually they exist in this gray area, where like sometimes people will call them antagonist and protagonist, but look at, Cora, we're going to find out more in the second part, but, she is not purely light or purely dark. There's a gray area there. Probably with Noble, in truth, there is less of a gray area. And that was, for me, what was interesting about this and different from the other villains that I've played, is like, let me see how far I can turn this. Like, let me see how deep I can go into this lack of humanity and, this notion that you just cast morality aside for efficiency of just conquering and moving forwards. What does that look like when you have spaceships and technology beyond everybody's wildest dreams? And, that kind of, that power and that intention, how does that manifest itself? And it was really fun to delve into that, to delve into the dark side.
It's a new age for the universe.